I'm Sarah Frugani with KENS 5 News Now. A shocking scene at a Sonic drive-in on the northwest side near the medical center. An employee was shot dead at the restaurant. Police say it happened around 10 Sunday night at the Sonic on Babcock Road. They say it started with an argument over a food order and how much it was going to cost. Then someone pulled out a gun and shot and killed the employee. Police say the shooter left the scene. They're looking at surveillance video, hoping to get a good lead. If you know anything, call police. Hurricane Beryl slammed the Texas coast at 4 this morning as it strengthened to a Category 1 hurricane. More than 1 million people are without power in the Houston area now. This is what it looked like in Surfside near Galveston after the storm made landfall in Matagorda County. The strong winds knocked down a sign at the Buc-ee's. A voluntary evacuation has been issued for low-lying areas. They're now anticipating widespread threats from wind, rain, and coastal flooding. Now, southwest of Galveston in Port Lavaca, they got the west end of the storm. The area there battered by heavy rain overnight. Now, this is some of the damage spotted in the city, and you can actually see this gas station sign knocked down by strong wind. The Port Lavaca area is among the more than 120 counties in Texas under a disaster declaration. KENS 5 meteorologist Paul Morales was in Port Lavaca as Hurricane Beryl moved in overnight.
Here in Port Lavaca, it is windy as expected. We've got tropical storm force winds. Every once in a while, winds gusting up to about 50 miles per hour. Since we're on the clean side of this hurricane, the winds are out of the north, so actually pushing the water out of Lavaca Bay. There's not a problem with storm surge here, but we do have some other issues. We've lost power here in Port Lavaca, and I've also noticed that some gutters have been removed from the hotel. Got some gutter damage here on the hotel, and you can tell Port Lavaca, I'm not sure if you can see it back there since we've lost the power, but Port Lavaca is very, very churned up, but at least we don't have the storm surge problem here. But it is going to be a windy morning with winds gusting up to about 50, 55, and some very heavy rainfall. Of course, conditions are a lot worse on the other side of Matagorda Bay, towards Bay City, Matagorda, and then points eastward from there. So reporting from Port Lavaca and Lavaca Bay, I'm Paul Morales. Back to you.
Now, the storm did spare most of the touristy areas like Port Aransas, where people were ordered to evacuate over the weekend. Near there in Rockport, our KENS 5 meteorologist Jeremy Baker was on the scene speaking with residents. He says people were out and about fishing until late last night, but many people moved their boats from their docks to somewhere safer. And because the storm made landfall in Matagorda Bay further north, he tells us they only saw a few showers and wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour.
I got to beat Allie on the beach. This mouth opened up and challenged the coach at the Rockport High School to a foot race. So
after the storm?
Well, during the storm, I don't know.
As long as the wind's at your back.
There you go, baby.
Well, here in San Antonio, we saw no impact whatsoever from the storm, but our local organizations are sending help to the hardest hit cities. The Southwest Texas Regional Advisory Council, the American Red Cross, and the Salvation Army have already deployed out east. These mobile units will be heading to Wharton, about an hour from Matagorda Bay. Volunteers will be there for a week to aid with recovery. In other news, a San Antonio mom is on the run after police say she shot her daughter's boyfriend. Police say the mom brought a man to her daughter's apartment in northeast San Antonio on Starcrest Drive Sunday afternoon. They say that man and the daughter's boyfriend started fighting, and that's when the mom got involved, and police say she shot her daughter's boyfriend. We spoke to a witness who saw what happened after the shooting.
I had just came home and I just seen police running by, so I came outside and just was seeing what was going on, and it was just police everywhere. And then I saw them take the man into the ambulance.
Now, police say the boyfriend was taken to the hospital in unknown condition. The mom drove away in a Toyota Tundra. When she's found, police say she will face charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. 80 patients with special needs had to be evacuated from a nursing home on the northeast side after a fire broke out in their kitchen. San Antonio firefighters responded to the Regent Care Center of Oakwell Farms near Harry Wurzbach around 10 Sunday night, and they say they found a small fire inside the kitchen. They say that fire was started by greasy rags in a box. 80 special needs patients from the nursing home had to be evacuated, but once that fire was put out, the patients returned to their rooms. For today's forecast, Maggie Laughlin.
Well, we are on the west side of Beryl, so we have a sunny day ahead with temperatures climbing into those 90s. Sarah?
And that's KINS 5 News Now. I'm Sarah Fergani.